Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Death Battle, and tonight, we got some big anime fights going on tonight, because we got Tanjiro from Demon Slayer taking on Jonathan Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Yep, old school versus new school here. And the way I'm saying this because, well, Jonathan started the Joestar line back a while ago. Tanjiro's a recent favorite too, so that's why I said old versus new. Anyway, so let's see who wins. Will it be the samurai or the gentleman? Shall we find out? Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. Let's begin.
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan
And then Joestar, the star of the Joestar family.
These two anime monster hunters are as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them, else they might leave you breathless. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle. Nice fist bump there, guys. Welcome to Japan.
An era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire
Tanjiro?
had a sickness, a rot at its core. Demons. This race
Or
of
yokai in
cannibals
Japan, I think.
originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived, the eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, two,
The
but
good news is
Whammon
your sister
the
Nezuko
sister.
is alive too.
Bad
is she's
news.
a demon now,
Yeah,
So sorry, champ.
So-
I'm chalking this day up as an L.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime
Kamboku
protagonist, and he devoted his
Gunpachiro?
life
What?
to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined.
Yeah, also, I think in lore, or at least in the anime, I mean, I only follow, like, the plot, or at least the basics. Basically, to break the curse, they're gonna have to kill the, the guy, or at least the demon, that put the curse on Nezuko. In this case, that will be Muzan, so, hence, gotta go after the big bad. Anyway.
The Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good.
Pretty much.
Especially when combined
Otherwise,
with
you gotta
the
wait for
Slayer's
sunrise.
fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic.
Kinda,
That's
yeah.
not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that. Oh God, I was wrong.
The use of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep. Literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes.
Healing breath
Through the
and
measured intake of
see through
oxygen,
world.
users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing
Cool.
down poisons or speeding up
Healing
the
breaths.
coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades for, well, katana magic.
Each breathing style is a separate form of sword combat. The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made him a
It's just
prodigy
artistic
Demon
flair, fair
Slayer
enough.
in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was.
It was.
Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style
Yeah,
taught
same.
this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the
Yeah.
dance of the fire gods, the
AKA the sun breathing.
Sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and
So,
can turn
weakens
into
the
a
user.
wicked fire dragon.
Sun
Amen.
breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion,
was a
Tanjiro can
demon mark or
activate
something.
this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him
Jeez.
access to the see-through world. Basically, it
transparent.
slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him X-ray vision.
This
Pretty
allows
much.
such a precise understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions, sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier
Yeah,
than
the
before.
opening strike.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's
No.
basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough
demon
to
train.
slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon turned himself into a train, Wiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
Yeah,
And Tanjiro
44
managed
tons.
to keep up with
40
similarly powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan
Muzan.
himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe
Free of
for
demon.
humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Poor Inosuke, but then again, raised in the wild from what I remember. So yeah, Tanjiro's got some skills. But now, time to check out the gentleman, Jonathan Joestar. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Victoria
Welcome
in
to
England. An
England.
infamously shit-tastic time to be alive.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is,
Depends
unless
how
your
you play
dad,
it.
in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother. That'd make you one
More of an
lucky
honor, but-
schmuck.
That would make you
Jonathan
Joestar.
Joestar.
Hadn't you heard, Wiz? Everybody just calls him Jojo.
Jojo.
In an effort to take the Joestar
Yeah, first
fortune
name,
for himself,
last name too.
Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to breaking Jonathan emotionally, turning him into a docile puppet. But after being bullied, beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's
he
heart.
snapped.
The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad it didn't last forever,
break you till
because
you
only
cry,
a few years
Dio.
later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar. Classic Dio.
With Dio now bent on world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian
Hey,
man that
Zeppelin?
punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just
Well,
any
it
creepy
didn't
floating
punch the
Italian man.
frog.
It was Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner
Hello,
of
Baron
Hamal,
Zeppeli?
an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths,
Blood.
Hamal users can blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies
Sando
and flood it into
Haman
their opponents.
Overdrive.
That's what Haman means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Haman
Yeah, actually, this is why I said old versus new. Remember, Hamon came first before the breathing style. So you can see what's up. There's actually many ways to apply it. Hey, we saw what Joseph did. Old Joseph Joestar. That was the dude's grandson. Anyway, so moving on.
energy massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to
Yep,
fight Dio,
one blow,
Zeppeli
you're
taught
done,
Jonathan
vampire scum.
Everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he chomped on a gum-gum fruit. He does
Jeez.
this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That might
Damn.
sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive
Yeah.
being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours. Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release
Damn.
euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the zoom punch.
Mod is basically
Nice.
just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the
Nice
body
job,
by
Boomstick.
what
You got it
else?
working.
Breathing. And just like chi, it can do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces
Yep,
like
mental
And he
silver
can catch his
overdrive.
fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
Uh-huh.
Thank you,
Jonathan
including
took
Orda.
these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the
Scott.
definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He could even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Before succumbing, Zeppeli's last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword, Pluck. With his bare goddamn hand.
With this power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait,
Now,
Phrasing?
Dio was pretty impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum. Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed
2 weeks
or
till Master
even
Holman.
luck,
Look at that.
Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive for justice that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
Not last.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all of the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain. His bloodline would continue throughout the ages, spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they all had one thing in common. His name, JoJo.
JoJo.
Wait, is the Ripple his tip?
No, stop. Thank you for not including that line from Boomstick. Jeez. Let's just be glad we stopped that before it happens. Anyway, so, got our 2 fighters. Time to see who wins. Will it be Tanjiro, the Demon Slayer, or Jonathan Joestar, the Vampire Slayer? Let's find out. Ooh, pretty.
Step aside!
Alright.
I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions.
I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone!
You poor wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control.
Harpy?
On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
Oh, jeez, bump your head. Yeesh. Well, here we go.
Total concentration! Water breathing!
What the?
Most unorthodox. You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through!
Aw, he's kind of adorable! Like a puppy! I wonder
That's gonna kick your ass! Yeesh! Hey, Tanjiro, focus! Come on! Jeez.
You're mine!
You wish.
Valiant footwork!
Oh! Hey, ouch! Sledgehammer there. Woo. Heads up!
no kamikaze! Nice try!
Incredible! You could teach me a thing or two! Scarlet Overdrive!
Oh! Ow! Uh-oh.
Everything is carrying some kind of energy. Like me. And that means I know how to stop him.
Oh, Tanjiro's onto something. Pretty close.
Focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive!
Uh-oh! His opening's up!
I've got you!
And for my lungs!
Did he get him? Oh!
2 inches off. Did he dodge?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Tanjiro's stunned. Ooh.
Jeez. My sister.
On my honor as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
Thank you.
KO! I'm not crying. I'm only crying really hard. Holy shit, hold me, bro.
Please don't touch me. On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this
Yeah, that was close, too.
Sure, he'd been
2
training
inches
for way
off.
longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced teachers. Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training was less than a month.
Tanjiro was
Yeah, 2
obviously
weeks.
a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and
But it's
katana
still
magic,
swordsman.
while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but
he's
he
still
more
a
than made
stronger
up for it
fighter.
in hand-to-hand combat, while Tanjiro was pretty much out of options without a blade.
Jonathan also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and Jojo to Tarkus, Jonathan
See,
was over
more
twice
than 2.
as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He
Dio,
was
yeah.
way faster too. While
Yeah, plus,
Tanjiro
I
and
think
his
we all
pals
agree
could
Dio
dodge
would
lightning,
kick
we
Muzan's
compared
ass.
Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge
You know,
light,
grandfather.
which is over 3,000 times faster. That might seem crazy, but in Part 3, Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which
Could
can
freeze
move faster than
time.
light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements and see the flow of his Ripple with X-ray vision, Tanjiro would not have been fast enough to keep up.
Especially with the Ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though,
Yeah,
had
true.
no way to defend against the Ripple bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart, something other Ripple users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure, Tanjiro
Yeah,
could
Metal
recover
Silver.
himself with a breath, but that'd be a breath
Yeah, that's
spent
it.
healing and not, fighting.
And while Sun Breathing's overuse was dangerous to Tanjiro, Jojo's Hamon had no such
Not too much.
drawback.
Which meant that Jojo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Go
Tanjiro
full
was
power
never
more
gonna
often.
go down easy, but Jonathan's speed, Hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
Yep.
The winner,
The winner is
Jonathan
Jojo.
Joestar.
I mean, you gotta admit, like, when the end came, you know you had to do this. Respect between men. But there you go. Jojo takes out Tanjiro. Yeesh. I think I just kind of like to see, like, a follow-up to this. With Jonathan taking on, like, Muzan or something. I don't know. Like, how would... I mean, I can imagine, like, him taking over Tanjiro's place in the story, but... Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the battle. Till next time, like, subscribe for more. See ya.